We normally chat with our next guest about the future of food, but today Dr. Morgaine Gay is here to talk about something very different, her female barbershop group. Welcome, Morgaine.
Hello there.
Hi there. Before we have a chat, let's hear a little bit of the group Vocal Dimension in action. Here they are. Vocal Dimension there. Morgaine is here along with two other members of the group, Valerie Taylor and Emma Dogood. Valerie, Emma and Morgaine, welcome. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Morgaine, tell us a little bit about this hobby. I mean, first of all, do all the other girls know about you've got a thing for insects? They're aware of that?
I'm actually not sure what they know about my secret life to them is my job, I think.
And to us, we know you better for your insects than your singing.
I know. Well, sometimes that might be a better thing.
But that is about to change. So tell me a bit about getting into the barbershop group. How did that happen for you, Morgaine?
A few years ago, I was looking for a way to sing with other people at Christmas and to sing some carols, and I looked online and I ended up in a different barbershop group in Nottingham, where I was working at the time, and they were also in Sweet Adelines, which is the sort of global body of barbershop. And I ended up singing with them, and it just one thing led to another. And when I moved back down to London, I found the wonderful small chorus of Vocal Dimension, and been very happy there ever since.
Yeah, well, is it difficult to find a group like this? I mean, are they quite few and far between?
I think they're actually more than people realise. It's just that you have to go and look for it. Unfortunately, there are none in Wales at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. But we're all entered in the same competition, which is representing the UK. So there are lots of different groups throughout the UK, in Scotland and I think in Ireland.
Yeah. Valerie, you're director, aren't you, of Vocal Dimension?
Yes, that's right.
So tell me a bit about the different sizes of barbershop groups, because I suppose traditionally I would think of it as a quartet and four men.
Yes, that's right. Well, it started out that way with men actually working in barber shops, and they started harmonising to the popular tunes of the day, which is why it tends to have quite a lot of music from the 20s and 30s in the repertoire. But it built up from there. I guess once four guys were singing together, then they thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun to have, four more and four more and four more? And so, and then I think the women thought, that looks like fun, so we'd like to have a try at that as well. And the choruses can be as small as 15 or 16 people, but they can go up to huge numbers, up to 150 or even 170. So quite enormous numbers of people all singing in four-part harmony.
Yes. And Emma, what's the difference for you between a more typical choir and a barbershop group?
Yeah, so I actually was trained classically as a child, so I'm very used to the more traditional choirs with, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, or two sopranos and two altos, all those different combinations. Barbershop is very different in that respect. Mainly, one of the main things for me is that we don't sing with music, we sing without music, we don't sing with any accompaniment. It's called a cappella, which means that we don't have any background music to help us along. We simply have a pitch pipe that blows at the beginning of the song to give us all our notes, and we just go from there. Another big difference is that it's very much like musicals. It's more very much a performance art form, and we do a lot of choreography and kind of dancing along with that, and I'm actually the choreographer of Vocal Dimension, so I'm responsible for adding those moves and those jazz hands to enhance the product so that the audience really feels involved with the music.
Yes, so it's kind of more of an all-round performance than just a singing and a vocal performance, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, and that's what we work on a weekly basis, is combining those two elements, because obviously the vocal part of it is so important because it's what the audience hears, but along with that we want to give them the whole experience, the whole visual experience, and we're really selling the music to them, so it's very much integrated, the sounds and the visuals. Yeah,
that must be quite a thing though, concentrating on your harmonies and having to remember your choreography as well,
especially whilst keeping your eyelashes on. That's the hard bit.
And thinking about ant burgers.
Yes.
Yeah. It's definitely about having fun. I mean, we have a lovely rapport amongst all the women in the group, and it's people from such different backgrounds. It's incredible, and people you probably wouldn't normally meet on a day-to-day basis, because where everybody works tends to be around people who are like them.
Yes.
And so you get together and have lots of fun, but we also do lots of public performances, and we sing out, and so we get involved in lots of different events going on and get a chance to dress up, which, because most of us don't normally wander around in sequins and glitter and things like that, but we do it especially for the performances.
Yeah, and Valerie, just to pick up on that that point of the feel good factor, there really is something about singing, I think, particularly as part of a group. I mean, I've spoken to lots of people who are going through cancer treatment, who are involved in singing, and how it's I don't know, it just gives them something in their life that they don't seem to be able to get anywhere else.
Yes,
song is really
right.
powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely such an important part of our humanity, I think.
Yes.
And in a way, it's sad it's been lost a little bit from our lives. And I think we have to thank people like Gareth Malone, for kind of making singing with other people a really popular thing to do again. But you're so right about the social aspect of it. And for me and the others who founded the chorus, it's been a wonderful experience to see how our 30 singers all come together and have such a great time with each other. But also, there are people in the group who've suffered some personal tragedies and difficult circumstances, and they will happily stand up and say in front of all of us, that the singing has really kept them going and carried them through that. So it's so important on both levels, really, just to enjoy the music, but also there's that social connection that's really a vital part of us.
Yes. And Morgaine, were you part of the team that won the European Championships earlier this year?
Yes, I was.
Oh, exciting.
It was exciting. The audiences are huge. It's quite incredible, actually.
Yes.
So we normally have to do those competitions in some of the biggest venues that can hold all of the different competing choruses and the audiences at the same time. So that's either tends to be Birmingham Symphony Hall or the Sage in Newcastle. And when we're looking from the stage at those levels of sparkly people watching us, it's really a powerful experience.
Yeah, tell me a bit about the process then, how the European Championships progress. I mean, does it start with regional competitions that just widens and widens, or is it are you up against the whole of Europe from the start?
Yeah, we're part of this international organisation called Sweet Adelines, and they hold competitions in various parts of the world. So the one that we won in May was for the UK and the Netherlands, actually. So it's covers 2 countries, and then from there the champion choruses go on to compete in the international competition, which the one that we're going to is going to be in Baltimore in the US next year, so that's 2014, but they do it kind of a year ahead to give you time to raise money to go. And but this year the competition's in Hawaii, so the people who won last year have got the pleasure of flying over to a hot part of the world to take part in that competition.
Have you gone up against an American barbershop group yet? No,
not yet. It'll be our first opportunity to do that.
Yes.
When we go to Baltimore, and I think that's one of the most exciting things, because we've competed for 3 years now against our kind of fellow UK choruses, but next year will give us the opportunity to see how we measure up, and based on how we've scored so far, if it all kind of follows through the same way, we ought to do quite well. But you never can tell till you get there, and you're standing on a stage in a huge arena that seats 10,000 people. It's going to be an experience.
Yes,
I think one of the things about competing against Americans is that we never get that opportunity unless it's the World Championships. So because they tend to be seen as the world champion area, really. I mean, they started Barbershop, and they seem to have a lot of ownership around the medal systems. So they seem to get lots of golds, and we're hoping that this time, for the first time in history, we'll be the first British group to win a gold.
Oh, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. So sweet.
We'll all be eating insects then.
Do you know, I think I might even join you.
As long as they're drowning in champagne.
Oh, how wonderful. It's so preparations then. I mean, have they started already? When do they start? The sort of rehearsals in earnest for a big competition like that.
Yes, we have started our preparations already. I mean, it seems like a long way away, but we have to put together a performance package, which means it's not just standing up and singing a couple of songs. We have to have MCs coming forward, and typically what happens is it's designed almost like a mini musical. So we've got to put that together, and it takes a bit of time to plan not only what songs we're going to sing, but how we're going to pull that theme together.
Yeah, so we've been working on a theme for the past couple of months now. So we're in the process of writing the script. Actually, this week there's a script writing team in place who are going to be putting that together, and then we'll follow through from there. We've got new costumes to design, and I've got to choreograph the whole 15 minutes, get people to come and MC, which is it's partially new for us, but because we do a lot of shows, but we never have put together this whole cohesive package for 15 minutes. So it's pretty exciting for the chorus to be doing that. It's something new to get our teeth into.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And it's a great opportunity to be able to do that, and not just sing 2 contestable songs, to actually have that whole 15 minutes on stage thing. We're flying thousands of miles to be there. So it's just a great opportunity.
Yeah,
and
incredible. I suppose like athletes, you need to be fit. You need to be well, don't you? For it's like a big match for a footballer or something. You've got to be on form on the night.
Yeah, definitely. And just even our rehearsals are pretty fast paced, and we work really hard. It requires quite a lot of stamina to be standing on our choral risers for a whole 3 hours, and of course with the choreography and the pretty intense singing for all that time. It does require a lot of stamina, and usually when we get home at night we're buzzing for the next 2 hours that we've pumped oxygen through our bodies.
And the repertoire and the choreography, that must be quite a closely guarded secret, is it?
For the international competition?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
No, I just imagine it would be. You wouldn't want sort of any leaks about what you're doing, or you don't want your competitors to know, do you?
Well, really, we want people who are there in the audience to be, hopefully pleasantly surprised by what they're going to see, and not think, oh yeah, this is the blah, blah, blah package that we heard about. We're keeping our powder dry on that one, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I wish you well. It sounds really exciting. You've got a few Welsh connections in the group as well, haven't you? So hopefully we'll do you proud, playing our part anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Wales has such a big heritage of choral singing and group singing, it's fantastic. So we've got lots of people in the chorus who have family or close relatives, histories, backgrounds, memories of Wales and the Welsh. So it's really great that we can represent the whole of the UK in what we do, and we're just really proud to be able to do that, really.
Oh, for sure. Hey, it's lovely to talk to you.
You too.
And nice to find out a bit more about you, Dr. Morgaine Gay.
It's my secret life revealed.
Morgaine, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much. And thank you to Vocal Dimension, especially Valerie Taylor and Emma Dogood. Valerie, Emma and Morgaine, all the best. Keep in touch. Let us know how you get on in Hawaii.
We will do.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.